sind die Seitenschweller. Aerodynamisch. Auto wird schneller, liegt besser auf dem Boden.
Also hat auch was mit Sicherheit zu tun.
Ja, natürlich.
Naja, da bin ich so froh. Du fährst ja immer so schnell.
Ach, man kann ja heute gar nicht mehr schnell fahren.
Ach, du kannst es.
Herr Haas. Ja, ich bin schon sehr froh, dass ich mir das alles noch einmal überlegt habe. Das Angebot ist wirklich riesig und da muss man schon genau wissen, was man will. Ja, ich denke, das Ganze hat nur einen Sinn, wenn ich die Spoiler und das Sportfahrwerk nehme.
Also ich weiß nicht, Herr Haas, ob mein Mann da nicht übertreibt. Die Spoiler sehe ich ja ein und diese seitlichen Dinger.
Seitenschweller.
Genau, die Seitenschweller. Aber was das Fahrwerk angeht...
Das M-Technik-Sportfahrwerk optimiert die Fahrbahnhaftung und ist deshalb gerade für sportlich aktive Fahrer geeignet.
Ja, aber dann rast er doch wieder so.
Also, Uschi.
Nein.
So, what's the plan for today? Well, I have this E36 Pre-facelift front bumper that I had painted and put on my black 316 Touring. Now, this is called, or aka, the poor man's M3 bumper. It's not M-Tech, it's only on the pre-facelift models. It still has the kind of aggressive, more aggressive look like M-Tech bumper, because the plan is I want to paint this again Orient blue for this car. This is my 323 Touring, and I find the stock bumper kind of boring. One option is to go with this one. You can find these used pretty cheap, so I did last time for my black Touring, because okay, I could search for a M-Tech M3 bumper used, and people now want ridiculous money for those, even if they're in poor condition used. I don't want to go with a fake reproduction because the fitment generally sucks on those. I'm going by this. Can we make this look somewhat decent? I don't know. We'll give it the good old college try. Additionally, to have it look more aggressive with the lip, I got this Rieger front lip with a splitter, and the plan is now to attach this and fit this. So I have to drill. So this is gonna, I think, look pretty good. Kind of like the M-Tech bumper, but for much cheaper. Okay, I mean, I don't know, cheaper. Okay, this thing I bought was 130 euros new, so... But I like to try different things. Let's see how that goes. The one thing I'm concerned is height. I mean, this is gonna make it go like, I don't know, 40 millimeters lower to the ground, which could be an issue if I look at this. So, potato camera stuff, but I can't. Okay, I think it's still in the realm of manageable over speed bumps. Not sure, we'll see. First thing is to drill here, line it up before I do any painting, make sure this thing fits on here. So now it's time to drill. I lined it up kind of at the ends here, so they're kind of flush, and then transferred the holes into the bumper. I mean, here goes nothing, right? Because I'm lazy, I'm using a stepper bit. This is probably gonna turn out. That's like butter. So it came with these screws, so they have to fit. So it's like a 9 millimeter, they say. I mean, we can make them a bit bigger so we have some play, you know. That came right out. There's some play. A matter of doing this now 10 times. So update, as you saw me drilling, I transferred the holes, made sure these corners are flush, more or less. Okay, this one is a little bit off, and I'll try to adjust that. That's okay. And the other ones, yeah, just test fitted it now with 3 bolts. Okay, there it is in all its glory. I think that's gonna look pretty good. Like I said, budget. Poor man's M3 bumper. I'll get some mesh for behind here to put, and I'm just gonna continue cleaning it up and then gonna prep it for paint, of course. So I was sanding away with 600 grit wet sandpaper. I'm not gonna go wild here. It's gonna be a scratch and shoot type of job. So final step, I'm just gonna use some fleece 1000 grit equivalent. Make sure I get every spot, and then it's gonna be roughed up enough for the new paint to stick. Don't have to make a science project out of this, right? So using this fleece, which came in very handy to get in all the nooks and crannies here, which I couldn't get with the sandpaper. So I think I'm about as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it wasn't perfect before and it's not gonna be perfect now, so it's just gonna be a scratch and shoot paint job. Yeah, so that's the next step. Putting a coat of base, 2 maybe, and then clear. And that's, and be done with it. I mean, you can spend hours, days sanding, blah, and make it perfect, but the car is not perfect, and neither will this be, but it will be good enough. So I did 2 coats, and this is about only a quarter left, and I can feel already the spray pattern sucks. When these things get near empty, you can just throw them away. You can like pretty much discard 20% of the can because it doesn't spray nicely anymore. So 2 coats, I'm done here. I'm not gonna do a 3rd coat, the forbidden 3rd coat, so to speak. I'm just gonna shoot it with clear now and be done with it. It is how it is. Like I said, there's some left here, but other than like small touch-up stuff, you can forget these cans. So yeah, let me just let it tack and then I'm gonna shoot the clear. Okay, 2 coats of clear done. The 2nd coat I did heavy. The first one just to cover, the 2nd one real heavy, hoping that I will not need a 3rd coat, because again, I mean, this is a bigger can, but it's already also 25% only left, and the spray pattern just gets worse. And usually, you know, when you do the forbidden 3rd coat, it fucks it up or messes it up, the 3rd final coat. So if I'm now looking at it, I think I got the coverage. I mean, okay, the lighting here sucks, it's outside, but yeah, I mean, okay, I think here I may have to go again. Let me fix that. Okay, I did another 3rd coat on some areas just to make sure to have everything covered. So it looks glossy now. I'm leaving it alone now. The can is almost empty. No point in pressing my luck. The next thing is this needs to be painted. This ABS needs to be painted, but I have bad experience in painting body color, lower lip parts. They just get scratched up from the road. So I'm just going to do a matte finish here, just with the fleece, rough it up, scratch and shoot, adhesive primer, and matte black paint, satin, whatever you want to call it. And then, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good now. Let's see when it's dry. Okay, so this thing, I roughed it up with the fleece, put some plastic primer on it now. I'll let that sit some minutes and then just shoot it with the matte satin black. I mean, I'm not going to make a huge deal out of this. This should be pretty straightforward. No clear, just a matte finish. That's it. This one is drying nicely. So far, so good. Okay, So the front lip I painted, done, finished, and the stride now looking good. And there's a small bug, but I will leave it alone until it's completely dry. So I'm just going to let it sit here and do its thing. And then I'm basically done. I can mount it up. So the paint is dry, and now something else. I'm going to put this mesh, black mesh behind here in the front grills, just because I like it that way. The bumper is removed and I transferred everything over, fog lamps, stuff to here, the new one, installed the lip. Also, I didn't film all this. Looking good with the mesh. I think it looks decent. Paint job came out okay. Now in the light, I mean, there's some minor spots, but it is what it is for what it's worth. But still, pretty happy with that. And now just gotta slap it on here. The final step. It's gonna be pretty low.